are you doing? It's your girl Terry, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I have missed you guys, and it's good to have you today. Thank you so much for always coming to watch my video. Thank you for supporting me this far. We are on the journey to 3,000 subscribers. Thank you. Please, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future video. So guys, in today's video I would like to talk about what to do now that you applied for DV 2024 and you're waiting for the result to come out on May 2023. So first of all, I wish you the best to all those that applied for the green card DV 2024 that concluded on 8th of November 2022. I wish you the best. Now that you have applied, let's talk what are the next step that you should do as you wait for the result so that you are prepared when the result comes out. Okay, number one, if you don't have a passport, this is the right time for you to save the money for the passport and to start the passport process, because you all know sometimes, depending on the country that you are watching from, some government are not collaborative, or some passport can take such a long time, and if you wait for all the wait until the result comes out, and let's say you have a very low case number. So the case number is the number that you get once you win the green card. So they call that in accordance to that when they calling for the interview. So the passport will really be very crucial document for the green card process and the interview, as without a passport there is nowhere they can stamp the visa. Okay, so depending on your country, research on what to do. For the Kenya, you go to the cyber and you will require your ID, your birth certificate, and your parents' ID, and yeah, and then you will require someone who works in the government so they can give you their ID and they can also sign for you. Okay, so that is the step. You go and open e-citizen account, then you book the appointment, and then after that you take the document to the passport immigration center, and that is it. You now wait for the passport. Okay, it's simple as that, guys. You need that, and you need to take this one serious. Okay, yeah. Number two is the birth certificate. Birth certificate is very important too, and if you have a family, let's say children, you know, most of people applied for the green card with little kids, and some of them, they didn't have the birth certificate because they were born recently. They only have like a birth notification, so you need to go with the birth notification to get the birth certificate for your family, for you and your family members. Okay, yeah. So also, talking about the birth certificate, let's say you had a mistake across your document. Let's say your certificate are not matching with your birth certificate. Let's say that having two names or something like that, or the birth date not matching across the document. For example, one guy told me that in one of the document it is saying 1990, and in one of the document is saying 1989. That's a very huge bracket, you know, because the one is in the different years. So for the things like that, you need to correct. But also, as you do that, you have to keep in mind with what you wrote on your application, because that is really crucial things. It's very important that you match your information across. So if you choose to use a document like the date of birth from your birth certificate or from your ID, let's say your ID and birth certificate are not matching, then if you choose to use the ID details, then you will need to change your birth certificate. If you use your birth certificate detail, you will then need to change your ID. Please go and correct that. Also, try to visit some offices that deals with those kind of things, and you can tell them your situation, and they will know how to advise you best in accordance to how they deal with those kind of cases. If you need affidavit to show that the person in this document is the same person in this document, then you can start finding a lawyer for you, the one that can write for you affidavit, and you will be good to go. Okay guys, okay, number 3, which is very important for the interview process after the result, is the marriage certificate. I understand most people that applied for the green card, for the most part, people that I interacted with, they didn't have a marriage certificate, which is not an issue, because you can always get a marriage certificate and you don't have to do the wedding. So what you're going to do now is go to the marriage certificate, civil marriage, I don't remember the name, offices, and then tell them you want to legalize your marriage, and they will ask you for the date that you're going to come and the witness. Yeah, so in that case, make sure that you bring your parent and your friends so that they can be your witness. You take the picture in case they may need the picture when you're doing for the interview, to show us the picture, the one that you had when you did your wedding or when you got your marriage certificate. Okay guys, in reference to that, why I am saying that, I have seen a case before where people indicated that they are married and they didn't have this, but the marriage certificate when they were applying for the green card, and then now after getting the winning the green card, they got a marriage certificate, and they were asked, can you show us the evidence that you guys have been married before? And one of the things they gave is the album showing how they met, the growth, adding the kids, those kind of things that actually saved them. So that's why I'm saying, if you happen to go to get the marriage certificate and they ask you for the witnesses, make sure that you go to the people, take the picture, if at all they may ask you for that. Okay, I hope that makes sense, guys. So one thing I also wanted to talk about is, let's say you have stayed in another country for for 6 months and above. It's the time that you start getting the PCC, that is like the police certificate. USA is very strict when it comes to, if you have any criminal records anywhere, it kind of throw them off. So that is why it is important for them to have the applicant have the police clearance. So if you are, let's say, in your country right now, you don't need to go and like, if you have never been to another country and stayed for 6 months, you don't need to go right now and apply for the police clearance. Why? Because when you're going for the interview, your police clearance certificate, it has to be a certain period that is less than 6 months since it was issued to you. Okay, I know that the clearance certificate is validity is indicated different in that certificate, but for the USA embassy, they want it to be only 6 months old and less than 6 months old. Okay, I hope you are together there. If you haven't gotten this one, please comment down below and I will explain more, but I hope you got that. Okay, yes. Now guys, another thing that is not important for the process, it's not important, but it will be very important for you if you win the green card, you pass the interview, and now you come to the USA, and that is the driving. Driving is very important, it's very crucial. In the USA, you will need a car, whether you like it or not, because it's very expensive to use Uber. Depending on the state that you are, some buses are not reliable. Another thing is, driving is very expensive. Driving lessons is very expensive over here. Like when I was trying to see if I want to take driving lessons in the USA, the cheapest deal that I got was $80 per lesson and above. So that tells you how expensive. And now you can imagine you are new in a new place, you just got a job, there is a lot of things going on, like you had like debt back home, you know, for the whole process, and now you're trying to settle, you don't know how to drive, driving lessons is expensive, like you have kids to take care of, you know, this can be stressful and can bring you down, you know. But if you do it home right now, take the chance that you have right now and go to the take the driving lessons. It's very cheap back home, because you know the lesson, you know, for one lesson here is for the whole lesson back home, you know, like for everything, like being like for me, I paid in Kenya, I paid $100, that is 10,000 plus, you know. So take lesson, go. If there is international school around you, please take that, because international school for driving, it put in consideration that different country, they have different rules. Like in Kenya we say keep left, in here in the USA we say keep right. So you see those are different. Like the steering wheel in the USA is in the left, for the steering wheel for Kenyan is on the right. So you see the confusion when you start. Like for me, I had done a little bit of lessons back home, but I didn't get the driver's license over there because I didn't finish that. But you can imagine how confused I was even with those little lessons, because you saying keep right and you are used to saying keep left, you know how that is. So please take the lesson. And if you need someone, like I know some people, it's very easy to do it back home, because you can even you don't even to go to the driving school, you can just have someone doing the refresher for you, taking you around, teaching you here and there. But I would advise you, if you have international, one of the best in international driving school is AA driving school. It's very nice. And I recommend it to anyone wherever you are. I'm not sure if it's in every country, but I know it's international. Okay, I hope we are together. Application is free, you know, application is free. But after winning the green card, it's not free. You will use a lot of money, and I have posted a video on how much it costs for the green card whole process. I indicated step by step and all the money that you will require. I'm gonna post that video by the end of this video, end of screen video. Please make sure that you watch that video to know the amount that you will be looking for. So this is the time for you to hustle too much, like to do businesses, like save money. Like that, saving money should be your language right now. Like right now we are going to the festive season, and people tend to spend a lot. This should be the time for you to save. Do not overspend. Do not be worried because of the peer pressure. Just do you and know what your target is. Save. One thing I will have to advise you though, on the money, do not make a drastic change because of the green card right now, you know, like selling your property, like your land, your house. Do not do that right now, because you have to wait for the result to come out before you do all those drastic changes in your life. For the things like taking the loans, unless you're taking the loan to do the business, that's okay. But if it's not like that, please don't take a loan with the thought of the green card. Wait for the result to come out. If you have won the green card, then now you can progress to sell your things like that. Okay, I hope that is very helpful. It's very important. Now let's talk for the girls. You know, for the girls, if you have passion for doing the hair, you know, it's not everyone who is interested. Please make sure that you start the training, go to the people and tell them to train you, because it's very expensive to do hair in the USA. Like I always say, you see this one, I am teaching. Life has taught me the hard way. Like this one, I'm doing it myself these days. I'm doing my own hair. because it's very expensive to be doing hair every month. Like you spending like $200. For me, that's a lot, you know. It's a lot of money to do the hair. But if you know how to do your hair, you can do your own hair. You can have like a side hustle to do hair, to be doing hair when you are on your off days in the USA. And yeah, you can be making some money there, you know. Yeah, so I hope this video was very helpful, guys. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Let's go to the road to 3,000 subscribers. Please like this video. Tell me what you think about this video. By liking this video will help me to reach more people. It will help me for my video to be suggested by YouTube. And please don't skip the adverts, guys. I'm gonna see you next time. Bye bye.